Na-excite ako marinig yung yung intro mo sa podcast mo.
Hindi ko yung sinasabi dito. Sorry.
Ay, well! Ina-expect ko. Parang sabihin mo sa akin, okay, start na tayo, tapos mag-i-intro ka.
Sorry,
Sayang naman!
Hi! Welcome to Kwentuhang Pilipina, a podcast and community that aims to be a safe space for everyone to listen and be heard. Here at Kwentuhang Pilipina, we aim to converse with different Filipinos around the globe for their inspiring kwentos. I am your Sunshine Cleo, the founder of Hiraya Pilipina, and your host here at Kwentuhang Pilipina. For today's episode, we have Angel Secillano, an 18-year-old Filipina content creator. She loves making lifestyle, beauty, and fashion videos. She is an ABM student that studies in Salle University, Laguna. She finds herself having leadership roles as she is an Eagle Scout and a youth empowerment advocate. We also collaborated with her for a special limited edition collection, aka Angel X Hiraya Pilipina Collaboration Collection. Super empowering nito, and we are gonna tackle about it even more in this episode. So stay tuned, and without further ado, here's our kwentuhan. So, kumusta ka naman ngayong araw? Baka gusto ring marinig ng ating mga listeners.
Okay naman, pagod, midterms kasi ngayon. And also, kagabi, nadapa ako sa hagdanan ng bahay namin. So, medyo may sprain ako sa paa. So, yay!
Ayun lamang. Pero kamusta naman
Girl,
ngayon?
nag-crave kasi ako ng midnight snack. So, gabing-gabi na, nagmamadali ako umakyat. Ayun, nadapa ako.
Ang sakit. Oh my gosh. Okay, so, Angel, we usually start our kwentuhan here with an icebreaker. So, for sure, marunong ka naman maglaro ng Never Have I Ever.
Ay, sige. Okay, game.
Okay,
Oh
are you excited? Char.
Ayan. Kailangan ba magpuput ako ng fingers
Wow!
up?
TikToker. Okay, so, first, related naman tong mga never have I ever questions natin sa topics din natin ngayong kwentuhan. First is, never have I ever gave in to peer pressure. So, feel free to expound din if you want.
Peer pressure. I have many times.
You mind, expounding on it?
Well, of course. Ako, peer pressure, siguro that's one of my worst enemy growing up as a teenager. Kasi I'm a very competitive student talaga. I mean, I have a lot of extracurriculars. Hindi lang ako yung student na makikita mo sa classroom. You'll see me everywhere. 2 sport teams yung sinasalihan. I'm that type of pabibo student. As in. And most of the time, although I'm doing so much already, I always feel like I'm not doing enough due to peer pressure talaga. Kasi a lot of people are looking at me talaga. A lot of people na know na, oh, si Angel yan, ang dami niyang ginagawa, kaya-kaya niya to. So I feel like even without them telling me firsthand na kaya mo ba to, ganyan, I always have that parang voice in my head na parang a lot of people are looking at you, a lot of people are parang expecting a lot from you. And I think, ayun, super negative na bagay yun para sa akin kasi I always have this thing in my head na I need to do better because I am pressured by a lot of people. And also, yun nga, knowing na firsthand na I am this established student in my old school. Kasi dun sa dati kong school, 12 years ako nag-aaral doon since kinder.
Oh.
Girl, since kinder. So, imagine, I was in that same place for such a long time and a lot of people know me already. Even teachers, you know, napipressure na ako. Napipressure ko pa yung sarili ko. Yan. Ganun.
So, yung peer pressure pala na nangyari sa'yo, it's about, holistic niya, kumbaga, hindi lang sa friends.
Yeah,
How
exactly.
you view yourself then. Oh, I see. Yung sa akin naman, for me, well, of course, I also have, game natin tong dalawa, by the way.
Yeah. Go, girl.
Para tayong dalawa, hindi lang ikaw rin, syempre, yung nag-share. Ako, I have, pero, hindi naman malala eh. Kasi, yung simpleng ano lang, uy, gala tayo, parang ganun. So, ayun. Mga,
Gosh, sana ganun lang din yung peer pressure sa akin. Pero yung peer pressure sa akin, girl, I remember, oh my gosh, I need to share this kasi
go,
super
go.
lala na tong experience ko na to. Back in my previous school, I was in a very strict Catholic school. Don't get me wrong, I love my school so much, especially nung elementary ako. But, syempre, naging teenager ako, a lot of changes happened. I had a boyfriend kasi, and sa dati kong school, not Jurella, a different guy. I wanna share this talaga kasi a lot of people will definitely relate to this story. Bawal kasi yung may jowa in my other school, my previous school.
Talaga?
Girl, kapag nagka-jowa ka, girl, you're gonna go to the guidance office. It's like that.
My God.
Super strict talaga.
Okay.
Yeah. And especially na ako, honor student, a lot of extracurricular activities. I was part of the student council. They didn't expect that kasi usually when you're part of those things, those organizations, they expect you to be this perfect student, diba? Yeah. They expect that from you. And I'm that very palaban na very happy girl lang. And I really want to experience a lot of things because I'm that typical teenager. And then I experienced this when I was in grade 10. That guy and I lasted for like almost 2 years, ayun.
Ooh.
And then, hindi alam ng faculty namin na we broke up already, na wala na yon. That was like ages ago. Tapos, hanggang grade 10 ako, kasi yung mga oldie teachers, they were always staring at me na parang ang baba talaga ng tingin nila sa akin eh. They don't see me as a changed person kasi that guy, he wasn't the guy they're expecting a student like me to have. Kasi he's like a normal student lang. Ako, medyo ang daming expectation sa akin. So, I remember this time, usually kasi my school makes me go to other schools kasi may affiliates yung school namin internationally. They let me go to Hong Kong, to Singapore, and I experienced this one for a conference. She expected me to do something na hindi ko naman task. And then, nung sinabi ko na, hindi ko yung nagawa kasi hindi ko naman alam na kailangan ko yung gawin. Then, girl, she blamed me for having a boyfriend.
Oh my God!
Wala akong jowa nun! It was, I'm like, and girl, this teacher, she wasn't a normal teacher. She was an associate principal or assistant principal. She did that to me. Girl,
I'm so sorry.
Girl, teary-eyed ako noon, and yung ibang students na kasama ko noon, my friends, nakatitig lang talaga sila sa akin kasi they knew na foul talaga yung sinabi niya. And then I went back to my classroom. Girl, I cried so much kasi sobrang dami ko kasing maling na experience as a teenager, relationship-wise. I want to go in that route. Sobrang, hindi talaga siya yung normal na fling-fling lang. Kasi ako, when it comes to relationships, ano talaga ako, I take it seriously, diba? Oo, ganun talaga. And this guy, he wasn't the guy. Do you get me?
Yeah.
And ang daming false alarm talaga, girl. Like, yung mga pagiging strict, mga gano'n. Ang daming ganun sa akin eh. Nagde-defeat yung parang way ko to be a more successful, to be a more good, to be a better student. Ayun. So, I think
paano ka nag-move on?
Ay, girl, ang dali lang mag-move on doon.
Honestly. Okay. Sa taong yun.
Yeah, it's so easy. Kasi, napansin ko sa sarili ko na, girl, I don't need that kind of man. No.
Ang galing. Love it.
Ako to. Ano ba? So, ayun. Parang ang dami ko agad na kwento. Pero, guys, promise, that experience, super life-changing. I swear.
Yeah. And it's nice na you're with someone right now, I believe, who brings out the best in you.
The best.
So sana all. Sige, sana all tayo. Okay, nasa unang never have I ever pa lang pala tayo. Pangalawa, well, I think it's kind of related, but never have I ever saw how uncertainty helped me grow into a better person.
Oh, wow. Siyempre, I have na talaga connected to that.
Yes.
Kasi, parang nidebase ko na to sa relationships. Pero, as a teenager naman talaga, honestly, yun talaga yung isa sa pinaka parang na-experience natin growing up, diba?
Yeah.
Love, relationships,
Yeah.
change, moving on. I feel like it's, especially for me, I was such a naive teenager back then. As in, when it comes to,
Same, girl.
yeah, diba? Parang ang dami kong iniisip na, oh, a lot of these possibilities will come true. Kung ano yung plan ko ngayon, that will be it. Yun talaga yung iti-take ko, yun talaga yung parang path na susundan ko. But uncertainties happen, and I'm super proud that I actually learned how to cope up with uncertainties really well. Yung sinabi mo kanina, how did you move on? It was so easy for me to do that. I mean, the process itself is difficult, pero pag nandun ka na sa point na yon, it's super easy kasi you're gonna feel like you can do anything you want. Yun yung nasa isip ko. So, with uncertainties, sa mga change, I think it's a good thing. I mean, it's both a good thing and sometimes it may be a bad thing, but mostly, hindi ka naman bibigyan ni God ng uncertainties kung hindi mo kakayanin, di ba?
Love it. Totoo. And I love how you handled that. Kudos to Angel. Let's all learn from Angel.
Yes!
Learn from Angel. Lastly, never have I ever used words to empower people that I don't even know.
I have!
Yeah.
I definitely have. Kasi, di ba, sa mga Instagram stories ko, di ba, we both follow each other.
Yes.
I'm very madaldal when it comes to my followers. I like to share other people kung ano talaga yung gusto ko sabihin. That's a big part of me. Kasi ayoko na parang nasa social media ka na nga very, let's say, edited na platform, di ba? It can be sometimes not that transparent. And I want to be that transparent teenager online. So I believe na through my words, I get to encourage other people and I got to tell them na this is also happening to me. And that's reality. Ayun.
Yes, and it's nice to have someone who can be unfiltered in a world of filtered media.
Filtered. Yeah, exactly.
Now, actually, tapos na tayo sa never have I ever, pero buti na lang talaga, nandito na rin tayo sa teenage life mo. So we're just gonna dig deeper into that. If you were to choose three words that would summarize your teenage life, what would it be?
Oof. Gusto ko sabihin na fun, pero I think may mas better words for that. For me, do you want me to parang i-share ko kung bakit? Ganon?
Oh, sure.
Okay, sure. My pleasure. Okay, first word, I think is change. Change talaga.
Okay.
Gusto ko sabihin to kasi, ayun nga, I told you guys earlier na I'm a very naive teenager growing up. Parang akala ko kung ano yung iniisip ko nung bata ako na path na mga gagawin ko, yun na talaga yon. Pero I think change is such a big part of my growth as a teenager in my teenage life. Kasi as I've said earlier, 12 years. Imagine 12 years nandun ka sa same place na yon. And then suddenly, I decided, out of nowhere talaga, I decided to take an exam to one school lang. Like, one school, I didn't review at all. Siguro, two weeks before the deadline ako nag-apply, and I got in. See that? Parang it was God telling you na this change is something for you to be better, to discover or rediscover yourself. So I think a big part of my teenage life is change. Second, there would be balance. Kasi ang dami ko talagang ganap growing up sa hanggang ngayon. Hindi ko sinasabi na yeah, I'm still 18. 18 pa lang ako. Cleo, you're also 18, diba?
17.
Parehas.
18.
Ay, girl! Talaga! Wow! Happy debut soon! Wow!
Girl, sana all nga. Okay, by the way, balik tayo dun sa balance.
Balance. Kasi I have a lot of things going on and, you know, ang konti lang ng time natin. Our time is very limited lang, and with a lot of things going on, I'm a dreamer myself. I always push myself to my limits kasi I feel like I can do so much, diba? I can do so much, and I feel like balance is something that I really needed to learn growing up as a teenager. And lastly will be growth talaga. Kasi sa dami ko napagdaanan as a teenager na hindi siya yung typical teenage life mo na ano lang parang hindi ka papayagan ng ng parents mo lumabas. Hindi siya ganun eh. It's more than that. I feel like growth is something na kailangan ko matutunan, and it was a big part of my teenage life kasi I feel like I lost a lot of things about myself nung junior high ko. Kasi I think, ayun nga, yung part of change ko, yung pag-transfer ko to a different school, I feel like dun ko na-rediscover yung self ko, and it's part of my growth. As a teenager, super sarap lang sa feeling na, alam mo yun, you found your place, you found your people, or you found yourself again.
Wow.
Ayun.
But you know what? Hindi naman kasi talaga lahat ng change is negative eh.
Exactly.
Yeah, if we only, minsan kapag titingnan lang natin yung pagbabago as something good, may maganda talaga eh. Gaya nung sinabi na lumipat ka sa different school, naging mahirap siguro sa simula yung pag-adjust, but gaya ng sinabi mo, it has brought out the best in you even more.
As in, like, these 2 last years of my high school was the best years of my teenage life. Promise.
Yeah.
Dati, sabi ko sa sarili ko, hindi, dito na rin ako mag-senior high sa school na to. But I feel like I needed a different place to grow more. Ayun. And nakuha ko siya eh. And it's so fulfilling. I'm so happy.
Ang galing! Oh my God, sana lumipat ako nung senior high school.
Bakit? Same school ka ba ever since?
Ever since grade 5.
Oh, wow.
Na ako. Matagal
okay.
din. So, hindi ako lumipat. Pero I think, sa akin nahanap ko naman siya at a different aspect sa buhay ko. Hiraya, sa content creation, like,
iba-iba talaga.
Yeah, totoo. Yun ang magandang pulot sa ating mga sagot. Ngayong hapong ito. Nabanggit mo kanina kung paano ka nag-deal, kumbaga, with peer pressure. Now, are there any situations that you've been through wherein you faced peer pressure? And what was your response? Like, how did it affect you and who you are today?
Well, it affected me negatively back then, but positively now.
Wow.
Diba?
Okay. Wow. Paano yun? Paano nangyari yun?
Kasi, peer pressure, super daming, super daming perspectives kung paano mo siya makukuha, how it will affect you. But for me, parang indirect yung peer pressure. Maybe sometimes, it will be a direct peer pressure on me, pero yung peer pressure kasi sa akin is something na parang, alam mo yung experience ko na kasi before na a lot of, I got disappointed about myself, and parang yun yung parang conscience ko sa sarili ko na parang, oh my gosh, I need to do a lot better than I should do. Parang ayun. And also, peer pressure. Let's say, example na nga lang, may magsasabi sa akin, yung sinabi mo kanina na, oh, come on, gala tayo, ganyan. I feel like, yung mga ganong types of peer pressure before it will affect me negatively. For example, super basic example na nga lang yung sinabi mo kanina, gagala. Of course, ako din, na peer pressure na ako ng ganon. And sometimes, maybe ako pa yung peer pressure sa iba kasi super gala ako talaga, girl.
Yeah, love it!
Promise. Ayun. And I feel like, it's up to you eh. It's up to you on how you will handle it. It's up to you on how you will see that type of peer pressure. Kasi sometimes, maybe pinipeer pressure ka nga na, come on, maggala naman tayo. Pero maybe yung mga friends mo nakikita ka na parang lagi ka na lang kasi busy. Maybe you need a time off, diba? So it's really different. It's different to many perspectives talaga. Iba-iba siya eh. Pero for me, yung mga peer pressure na na-experience ko before, I feel like I think of it as negative before, but now I perceive it as a positive thing that happened in my life.
Kasi marami kang nakuha from it.
Yeah. Really a lot.
Wow. Ang galing naman ng sinabi mo na sa simpleng gala na yon, ang daming perspective niya. Na parang kung kunwari iniisip mo kapag ikaw kunwari siguro yung napipeer pressure, ano ba itong mga kaibigan ko? Maybe I need to find new friends or mga ganon.
Yeah.
Pero baka naman iniisip lang nila na kailangan mo na ng oras for...
ng break.
Ng break.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's really different in any case. Iba-iba talaga siya.
Yeah. Now, Angel, you seem to be active in school, kaya nga ng mga sinabi mo kanina, and involved with a
Mm-hmm.
lot of activities. So, ngayon gusto kong, pag-usapan naman natin, what is it like being an Eagle Scout and youth empowerment advocate? Since I think you're very proud about it because you mentioned it
Yes.
as well.
Okay, so I was a scout ever since I was grade 1. Girl.
Oh,
So
wow!
iba-iba kasi yan. Star Scout kapag grade 1 to grade 3 ka, and then Girl Scout kapag grade 4 to grade 6. So, before, ganun grade 1 ako, kasi may club sa school, di ba? Mga orgs, ganon. May tinatawag kaming SAP, Student Activity Program.
Yes.
Tapos, when I was in grade 1, I wanted to become a Star Scout kasi iba yung uniform. So, syempre, pabibo student ako. Sabi ko, I want that, sis. If you're gonna give me a green, really vibrant uniform, I want that. So,
Yeah.
sumali ako, of course. And then, sobrang nag-enjoy ako kasi there was a lot of campings. I get to meet a lot of people, so many activities. Kasi I'm that person na, although maarte ako when you see me online, I post a lot of pictures wearing these really cute put together outfits, but in real life, girl, papuntahin mo ako sa bundok, kaya ko gumawa ng apoy. I'm that type of girl.
Girl, you're so versatile.
Yeah, and ayun nga, grade 7, hindi na ako Girl Scout. Nag-Boy Scout ako actually. Kasi sa Boy Scout, nag-accept sila ng mga girls, and I feel like yung mga activities that they provide, those were the activities that I would much more enjoy. So I joined Boy Scout. So grade 8, I think, end of grade 8, naging Eagle Scout ako. That was a really big part of me when I was in grade 7 to grade 10. Yun yung main parang organization na ginagawa ko talaga other than being a student council, being a part of the student council. And a lot of campings happened, and hindi lang ako naging Eagle Scout na sumasali sa campings. I was also the regional scout representative of the Southern Tagalog region. So I use my platform to advocate youth empowerment nga. Kasi I remember na pumunta ako sa isang outreach program. And there was a lot of kids na parang nade-discourage sila to parang show more of themselves kasi nga bata lang sila. And I feel like as a student na growing up, bata pa lang ako, ang dami ko nang na-experience sa buhay ko. I feel like that's a treasure. That's something na I want other kids to experience as well. Especially dito sa Pilipinas, there's really lack of youth empowerment dito sa atin. Believe me or not. Kasi for example, when we voice out our political views online, ang daming matatanda na naiinis sa atin kasi para namang, sasabihin na para namang ang dami mo alam. Pero we really do know a lot, and super parang, especially in our generation, super namulat tayo in this parang perspective na we know more than other people na, nung bata pa sila. And I really think na super parang important factor yon about our youth being more empowered to voice out and to be who they are more. Ayun. And sa pag-Eagle Scout ko din, feeling ko, isa yun sa mga parang naging pastime ko talaga na activities when I was a teenager. Until now, minsan nagbe-mentor ako dito sa council namin here in Santa Rosa, Laguna. Nagbe-mentor ako, kinukuha ko ng mga advisors namin na sinasabi na whenever other people want to join the forum. Kasi sa forum, parang siyang debate type of setting. And, ayun, nagme-mentor pa rin ako. And sometimes, I do initiatives myself as a scout. I grew up in a public school, diba? So, you don't expect me to join the Brigada Eskwela. Pero I do that. I initiate my own. Parang tumutulong pa rin ako mag-paint ng schools. Ayun, it's such a nice experience to be able to, meet a lot of people and also be part of the community.
Yeah. Ang dami mong ginagawa. But lahat ng, yun yung napulot eh. But ang dami ginagawa ni Angel. But alam mo, habang nagkikwento ka, iniisip ko na, you are made for this. Like,
oh, wow!
Yung ginagawa mo ngayon sa social media with the platform that you have, hindi lang siya something na granted na binigay sa'yo, kumbaga, but ginagawa mo na pala siya ever since, pero sa ibang paraan.
Yeah, ever since talaga. I was that type of person talaga. Ako kasi, a big part of me growing up, especially with my parents, kasi yung dad ko, marami siyang scholars in Bicol kasi doon siya galing. And I feel like, growing up, they really taught me how to share my blessings with other people talaga. As in, hindi ko lang to sinasabi kasi sometimes maybe isipin nyo na parang sinasabi nyo lang yun pero I really do it.
Hi babes! Did you know that Angel Secillano and my brand, Hiraya Pilipina, collaborated for the newly released limited edition collection? Yes, and we have a statement tee that says, I am inspired by others to inspire others, which is the statement tee that has empowered Angel even during her junior high school years. It is silkscreen printed in this beautiful oatmeal color, lightweight and comfortable t-shirt for only 399 pesos. We also released a 16 by 12.5 inch tote bag, I know, super spacious, and it also has a zipper guys, for only 299 pesos. It will definitely be your new favorite tote bag. It is printed with the same statement, I am inspired by others to inspire others. When you order the whole collection on Shopee, you will get a free invitation to the Hiraya Summit with Hiraya Pilipina ambassadors and get the chance to meet Angel and yours truly. Order this now on Shopee. That will be shopee.ph/hirayapilipina. Once again, order now the limited edition Angel x Hiraya Pilipina collection at shopee.ph/hirayapilipina. Dito lang tayo sa susunod nating question, which is about how you manage your time for all the responsibilities that you have and the tasks that you need to do since ang dami mo ngang pinagsasabay-sabay gaya ng pinag-uusapan natin kanina. So, do you have any system that you swear by or how do you manage your time to make time for all the responsibilities you have?
Honestly, I am the least organized person you will meet given na ang dami ko ang ganap sa buhay ko. I just use my planner. Yun lang talaga. I tried using Notion, those apps. Nothing works. Kasi I really like just jotting down my tasks of the day. Yun lang. Just doing that and trying my best to finish it all, I guess. And when it comes to time management naman, I do think that sometimes I do lack in that aspect kasi with the amount of responsibilities I need to do, sometimes I do get carried away with my schedule sometimes, and also, parang minsan, hindi ko na alam kung ano ipa-prioritize ko, but I do try my best to, sleep, and also enjoy my life as well. Sometimes, I do tell myself na when it comes to my plans, kapag weekends talaga, I don't do anything na academically inclined. Sometimes work siguro for Saturdays, but Sundays talaga, it's all about myself, with my family, sometimes my boyfriend, ganon. But for managing talaga, just my planner. Yun lang. Planner, paper or ball pen, that's it.
Oh, I like it. You're a paper person din pala. More than techie stuff, magpa-plan.
No, talaga. Kailangan, girl, makikita ko na ina-ex ko talaga yung, yun talaga.
As in, like, hawakan mo siya, no? Same.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Pero kasi, sobrang practical kapag kapag sa mga Notion, though I haven't tried it yet. But,
girl, nahihirapan ako personally kasi ayoko nung gagawa pa ako ng sarili kong template. Tapos ayoko nung ang dami-dami ko pang titingnan para lang makita ko yung schedule ko and everything. I just want it in one place, a paper, a ball pen, that's it.
I see. Well, it works differently naman for different people. And if that works for you, then that's good. Now, di ba you are studying in La Salle right now as an ABM?
Yeah.
And I've also personally seen your vlogs wherein you stayed at a dorm for some time. I think nung grade 11 yun. What was your experience like living separately from your parents?
This is so funny kasi my school, I study in DLSU Laguna campus kasi. It's an integrated school sa Manila. Both Manila and Laguna campus, same lang sila, different campuses lang. So, my school is actually just 10, 20 max away from my house. So, malapit lang, girl.
Malapit lang pala.
Yeah. And kapag nagka-traffic and super traffic, kasi katapat ng school namin, the campus here in Laguna ng Lasal, is Techno Park. So, it's super busy. Sometimes, yung 10 minutes or 20 minutes max mo, kaya maging 1 to 2 hours yan. Promise.
Oh, I see.
So, ako kasi, ever since, ayoko talaga ng may service ako kasi I want my time on my own. Ayoko nung magmamadali ako na maliligo. Ganon, hindi ko kaya yon. So, hindi rin kaya ng parents ko na ihatid ako. Tapos yung mga siblings ko naman, they have their own lives na, own houses. Kasi 10 years yung age gap sa sinundan ko na kuya ko. So, super parang only child na lang talaga ako. And parang mas advisable din na magstay na lang ako sa dorm kasi maganda yung dorm doon sa Lasal. Siguro kung may nakapunta na doon, you will really see super ganda ng dorm doon. Para siyang hotel. Parang ganun yung vibe doon. So, my experience, it's super easy lang actually eh. So, a lot of people will tell you na sometimes they get homesick. Ako, it's super different kasi knowing na malapit na nga lang yung house ko dun sa school, that's one thing to cross out homesickness. Kasi anytime, sometimes kung maaga ako uuwi, sometimes kung may susundo sa akin, magpapasundo talaga ako. And also, yung experience ko being an Eagle Scout, nagka-camping ako. At such a young age, grade 1, first camping ko yun. 3 days, 2 nights. Wala akong parents. I feel like yung experience ko talaga those years really helped me to become a more independent teenager. Especially, nagstay ako sa dorm and all that. It's not as big of a deal to me. Hindi siya parang big adjustment na gawin. And I feel like a lot of people will have the opposite experience eh. Kasi I really do think na hindi naman lahat ng teenagers na experience na magkaroon ng independent living firsthand at such a young age. I feel like for them, it's really about knowing that in real life, at some point in your life, adulting will come. And kailangan mo talaga maging strong and independent at some point in your life. So, don't be afraid na parang umalis ka muna sa house nyo and experience more things on your own. Ayun.
Strong and independent woman ka na pala ever since grade 1!
Yes, sis! Actually, yes!
Started young. Angel started young. Kaya,
actually, girl,
yeah.
Ayoko talaga. Sabi ko, okay lang naman kahit ma-traffic. Okay lang. Kaso na-late ako for the first time in my life. Tapos after that, the week after, nag-dorm na ako. Yung parents ko talaga yung nag-initiate na, mag-dorm ka na, sis, diyan ka na, sis. Ganon.
Pinalayas ka na pala.
Oo, aray!
Oh, so ayaw mo rin talaga ng nalilate, no?
Ayoko talaga.
Yeah, I see.
Girl, eto share ko lang. My school, yung 12 years na school ko, that was like a minute or 5 minutes away from my house. So, even if ganun ako kalapit sa previous school ko, I go to my school an hour or 1 hour 30 minutes before my actual class. Ganun katindi.
Grabe.
It's because of my mom. Gusto talaga niya, ganun kami kaaga pumapasok sa school.
Okay.
Ganun. Kaya hanggang paglaki ko, ganun na talaga yung habit na siya sa akin.
Yeah, and that's a very good trait na dala mo hanggang ngayon kasi
Honestly.
we don't want to deal with late people, no? But
honestly,
may gano'n, alam mo, super, ako yung tao naman, nakabaliktaran mo before. Kung pareho tayo na ako naman mga 10 to 15 minutes lang ako away from beda. Pero di car pa rin naman. Pero girl, lagi ako nag-aabol ng oras. Oh my God.
oh no!
Oh! Pero
Hindi ko kaya yun.
to the point na, ni-reveal na yun, to the point na hindi na ako nalilate on paper kasi ang dami ko nang alam na paraan para hindi malate kahit late ka doon.
Oh, wow. Gusto ko yung diskarte mo doon. Wow.
Ang dami na sis! Oh my God!
Wow. Gusto ko yun, girl.
Pero, not advisable talaga. Maganda pa rin. And, dun mo nabibuild yung character mo kung paano ka tignan ng ibang tao sa simpleng oras na gano'n.
Yeah. Actually, girl, kapag may mga events nga ako, for example, kanina, di ba, 2:40 pa lang, pumasok na ako dito sa Zoom link natin, gano'n. Tapos,
Sorry.
kapag may mga events, nandun ako lagi 20 minutes, 30 minutes, kasi nahihiya talaga ako maging late. Ayoko talaga nung magiging late ako.
Okay, this is the sign. Sa mga nakikinig yun na medyo na-relate pa rin, I think this is the sign. Let's start let's change our habits na. Ako started changing na. Char.
Kahit 10 minutes lang, guys, wag naman yung parang 30 minutes katulad ko. Wag ganon. Sobra yon, sis.
Sobra. Ngayon naman, sobrang nag-enjoy tayo sa pagiging late na topic, no? Let's hop on to a different topic naman because you've mentioned in your Instagram stories, di ko makalimutan yun that you've been bullied. Like, you've experienced first-hand bullying.
Yes.
So, how did that affect your self-confidence? And how did you rise above these challenges as a teenager?
Honestly, a big part of me talaga is being that person na I know my worth. I know kung ano talaga yung parang stand ko when it comes to something. I know how to explain myself when it comes to situations. And I feel like, especially on social media, I experience a lot of cyberbullying also. And for me, how I handled it is just being able to, parang iniisip ko kung ano yung nangyari. I contemplate upon myself, and I recognize those people who call me out, ganon. If it's not something that big naman, kasi you should always choose your battles talaga. That's one thing. That's where you should start. Choose your battles. And if it's something that needs your attention, go ahead and assess the situation. For me, I experienced. Should I share my experience? I won't tell names naman, but I really want to share this experience kasi
Go ahead.
I remember this time na there was this ang tawag dito, influencer na kina-call out sa Twitter. And being someone na hindi ko sasabihin yung name, but he called out a tricycle driver kasi. And yung dad ko, before he became a successful engineer, which I adore him for, I love him for doing that. It's so empowering. He was a tricycle driver. He didn't grow up with a good lifestyle, not at all. And for me, na maririnig ko yun na parang dinedegrade ang mga tricycle drivers. Hindi ko talaga kaya yon. So, kino-out ko siya. But not in a very aggressive manner naman. Maybe at some people, aggressive yun. But for me, it isn't. And then, may sumabay na issue about my friend in my school right now. And akala nila, my tweet was for that girl na involved dun sa issue na yon. And then, they started calling me out on Twitter. And then, they told me na hindi naman daw para sa akin yon. And then, umamin na sila na para daw sa akin yun. So, I feel like I'm sharing this right now kasi I feel like this is a very realistic experience for a lot of teenagers talaga. Yung mga ganitong instances. And I will tell you guys, na-experience ko din yun personally. And I feel like some people just bully you because hindi ka naman nila ipo-pull down kung hindi na sila nasa baba mo eh.
Yeah.
Do you get me? But this is not me degrading other people. This is me defending or encouraging all of those people who have experienced cyberbullying or bullying to stand up for themselves. Kasi a lot of times, minsan, parang basta-basta na lang tayo napapagsalitaan ng ibang tao. And sometimes, hindi talaga dapat natin inaalaw yun eh. Kasi we are all equal individuals here. And sometimes, kung meron ka man nagawang mali, other people should give you parang time, other people should give you chances. Alam mo yun, parang in this situation talaga, ang daming, especially the cancel culture, ang daming instances na nakakalimutan na natin to become more kind to other people, more human, yeah, exactly. And I feel like super parang good or pinakamagandang parang thing yon sa atin eh. Dapat alam natin on how to be more human towards other people. And I feel like how, for example, na-bully ka, how you will stand up for yourself is just talking to your friends. As simple as that. And go up, parang personally talk to those people who bullied you privately. Wag niyo na siya gawing riot on social media kasi that will just make things worse. I feel like that's the more mature thing to do. For example, me, what I did was, I reach them out publicly. Pero I talk to them privately because hindi ko naman talaga hayaan na sisirain lang nila yung pangalan ko just because they saw this thing na mali naman talaga. I feel like there's a lot of wise things that you can do and a lot of more mature options that you can do. And kung kayo na-experience niyo yung bullying, I feel like ang pinakamaganda talagang gawin is to think about the wisest option that you will do. Ayun talaga. Pero it really varies. Ang hirap kasi magsabi kung ano yung gagawin mo kasi depende talaga yung sa situation. But in general, yun yung sasabihin ko. You should think about what you're gonna do, think about your worth, kung ano yung ginawa mo, and if you need to apologize, apologize. If you need to talk to those people firsthand, go ahead and do it.
Yes. And I think there's a fine line talaga between bullying and criticism lang talaga. Like,
Exactly.
calling out na for you to become better. Yun nga yung sinabi mo,
Yeah,
yung
exactly.
battles, na may mga tao na straight up bullying lang talaga.
Yeah, girl. And I experienced then also, hindi lang sa mga kabatch ko, also older people than me, older students than me, higher batches. It's super easy. This is parang, I feel like a lot of people really relate to this. It's so easy for other people to bully or quote-unquote criticize you online when they feel like mas nakakataas sila dun sa situation na yun. And I feel like it's your turn, it's not a responsibility, but let's just say it's your responsibility to somewhat defend yourself. Kasi hindi ka dapat papayag na ibaba ka lang ng ibaba ng madaming tao. That's not how it should be. Kasi all of us are equal eh. And especially online, parang dapat lahat tayo, we need to know how to properly handle situations online.
I love how you're super palaban about it.
Talaga, girl, seryoso.
Wow.
Especially, ang dami ko talaga na-experience na bullying eh. And hindi kasi ako yung tipo na person na pag na-bully ako, madadegrade, mananahimik na lang ako. It's not me telling you na lumaban ka, go girl. Pero it's about me telling you guys to stand up for yourself, to be wise, to speak up. Ayun. Be more confident to stand up to those bullies online and in person.
Alam mo, recently, I was also asked on TikTok, how do you deal with haters? How do you deal with haters kayo? Tapos, napaisip ko, at ang tagal kong inisip yun, paano nga ba ako nagdi-deal with them? Or paano ba dapat mag-deal with, straight up haters who just straight up bully you? But I also realized that I wanted to share in here na when people bully you, it's a reflection of what they are going through within themselves. It's not a reflection of who you are, of your work, your content, but it's a reflection na mga bagay na hindi nila alam or hindi nila kayang gawin. Kumbaga, na ibabato na lang nila sa'yo.
Exactly. And sometimes, it's a reflection of their insecurities as well.
Yeah.
There's a lot of factors, a lot of situations. Again, it varies talaga. Pero if you're in this situation na you feel like they're just straight up hating you for some reason, you need to stand up talaga.
Yes, I agree.
You need to fight for yourself. Because that's the right thing to do. Kasi there's no perfect person in the world. But if there's something that you should do to be able to bring back your self-esteem, kasi a lot of times talaga kapag nabubuli ka, madedegrade ka personally, diba? And it should be up to you on how you will carry yourself above those people. Kasi sometimes, it's just toxic. Yun talaga.
Alam mo, Gabi, I admire how palaban you are ever since. Kasi alam mo ba, dati talaga, ako yung tipo ng tao na kapag binubuli mo ako, parang, alam mo yung mga pang-aasar na at my expense na? Kumbaga, yung low-key pang-aasar lang, pero alam mong nakakasakit ka na talaga.
Yeah.
Tumatahimik lang ako. Ako yung tipo ng taong gano'n na kaya mong ganun-ganunin. Kasi alam mo, natatahimik lang ako. So, buti na lang din natutuhan ko kung paano magsalita at kung paano tumayo para sa sarili ko. Gaya pa na
Yeah.
sinasabi ko kanina. Just super.
Yeah, and gusto ko lang din i-share to. Yung issue na to with my friend and the other group friend's friend. Gets nyo ba? But yeah, yung situation na yon, they thought that I was allowing my friend to be that kind of person. Pero ako talaga, I'm that person na, for example, I'm your friend. I met you in the specific time na gusto ko yung personality mo. I allow you to be who you are. We shouldn't parang cage people na kung ano yung mistakes nila before, hindi na sila pwede umalis doon.
Yes.
Because life is about growing. It's about developing. It's about discovering new things about yourself. Diba? And I feel like, for example, dun sa friend ko na yon, that time, nung nagkaka-issue siya na super dami niyang issue about women pa actually. And I am that person na I represent a lot of women. I stand up for a lot of women. And I feel like that situation, kaya siguro sobrang daming na-trigger, ganon, they thought na I was enabling that guy, my friend. And ako personally, I'm that type of friend na kapag may sinabi kang mali sa akin, kakausapin talaga kita na mali yung ginawa mo. I'm that type of friend. And I feel like, yun yung gusto ko sa mga kaibigan ko din. Kasi they take my criticisms or whenever I tell them that something is wrong, parang hindi nila binabaliwala yun. And I feel like sa process ng pag-develop natin, pag-grow natin, that's really important, especially as teenagers.
We need those type of friends. Period.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
I love how empowering this conversation is. I think yun na lang yung sabi ko. And now, we're gonna end this conversation, this kwentuhan, with our announcement, our collaboration collection. So, Angel, I think ikaw na lang magsabi kung ano yung statement na iyong napili at kung ano ba yung inspiration behind that statement.
Okay, guys, so we're gonna be releasing the Angel X Hiraya Pilipina collection soon. And the quote that I personally told Clea to include in that collection is the quote, "I'm inspired by others to inspire others." It's a very deep quote personally kasi girl, naisip ko to grade 8, grade 9 ako. I mean, sino mag-iisip ng ganyang quote, di ba? But I feel like it's something really close to my heart kasi growing up, I was a very competitive student and I really wanted something to encourage me to be a better version of myself. And napansin ko rin na I am not myself today without other people who inspired me, without all those women who guided me, whom I admired, whom I watched grow in their platforms, individual platforms. So I feel like this quote, "I'm inspired by others to inspire others," is really something powerful for other women to know talaga. Kasi, especially on social media, sobrang daming parang competition about, let's say, physical appearance, what you have, material things, diba? Sobrang daming competition when it comes to those things. A perfect body, a perfect teeth, which I don't have, but I'm still happy about myself, diba? I feel like there's a lot of competition between women on social media when we see other people na, oh my God, I love her. Parang napag-usapan ko na rin to dun sa isang video, but when I see someone na, oh my gosh, I love her, I am inspired by her. Hindi ako parang nade-degrade sa sarili ko na parang, bakit ako wala ako noon? Bakit ako hindi ako ganon? So yeah, that's the quote. I am inspired by others to inspire others.
Ang ganda. Alam mo, super excited din ako. And actually, this collection is not only for women, but for all genders.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Exactly. If ever you're feeling unmotivated, read the quote. May aesthetic pang kasama yan. You guys should check out the designs.
Yes.
We're super excited.
Sobrang daming magbe-benefit sa collection na to. Hindi lang yung brand namin, hindi lang si Angel, hindi lang kayo, pero yung mga communities na ating matutulungan din.
Yes.
The Angel X Hiraya Pilipina collection is actually for a cause because a portion of the profit goes to Angel's chosen beneficiary, Kuya Chris, who is a construction worker. Sabi ni Angel, we know him through his wife who has a small sari-sari store. And a month ago, he was electrocuted and fell off a 3-story house when he was working, and he needs help to pay his hospital bills. I hope to raise enough to help them. So guys, the Angel X Hiraya Pilipina collection is empowering not only for you, but for Kuya Chris, who we will be helping when you buy the collection. What definitely stayed with me in my Kwentuhan with Angel is to stand up for yourself. I am inspired by her courage and her palaban spirit, and it is something that I hope we all get from this episode. How about you? What stayed with you? Make sure to tag us on Instagram at Kwentuhang Pilipina, at Your Sunshine Cleo, and at Angel Secillano while you are listening to this podcast, and tell us what stayed with you as well. Make sure to subscribe to Angel's YouTube channel, Angel Secillano, and follow her on Instagram to stay updated. Order the Angel X Hiraya Pilipina, I Am Inspired by Others to Inspire Others limited edition collection on Shopee, shopee.ph/hirayapilipina. Once again, this is your Sunshine Cleo, and I will see you again next Monday for another episode.